Hey folks, welcome back to the garage. In the last video, we drove her for the first time. Hell yeah. So she's now a completely running and driving vehicle, but I have to do an exhaust. However, I'm kind of in parts jail right now, so I'm waiting for, I bought a Flowmaster catback. I know some of you might think that might be a mistake, but we're doing it anyway. I have to make my own mid-pipe. So I bought some tubes and some hangers and things like that to try to be able to pull it off. I did buy like a generic X-pipe section. I'm going to be doing 2.5 inch because again, for now, I'm not going for performance. We can always do that later. It is a 3-inch collector off the header. I think what I'd probably end up doing is actually having a full custom exhaust made 3 inches. So for now, we just want to be able to like start her up without. Funny story, the last time when I started it up to drive it out, we had this like decorative bowl that was like on the shelf over the toilet. Upstairs, there's a bathroom right above me. And it fell into the toilet and shattered into a million pieces. And I'm pretty sure some of it went down to the septic tank, which is not good. So we want to avoid like that kind of crap happening in the future. So in the meantime, I kind of want to work on getting closer to putting the dashboard in. I think it would go a long way towards feeling like a real car with the dashboard and everything kind of hooked up. But before we do that, there's some things we need to also install. So I need to do the speedometer cable. I think I have a grommet over there. One of these harnesses here is tied up a little too tight because I went over this piece of metal here to get to this rather than underneath. That also aside, there is a fuel pump harness that I need to put, I believe this is it. This has to go through to the bottom of the car. So whether I move this box and put it through the hole where it belongs, or I do something else because this is really tight over here, I'm not entirely sure yet. I do have this grommet over here underneath all this crap. So I could also kind of go through there as well. But either way, we hook that up, then we get to see if the fuel level sender works, even though I put like a gallon of gas in here. Now there's also some really bad repair over here. So I want to separate these and redo all the splices for this. This is dangerous. That could short out and cause a fire. So let's avoid the fires. There's a mess in here too, so maybe I'll start cleaning this up. Again, I'm on this backup GoPro and it only has like one battery. So I'm just gonna take some clips and stuff and I will show you the work after I'm done. Cool, so let me get started. For what it's worth, these are pretty good connections. They're just, the tape just slipped off of them. So keep that in mind if you're doing this. Never just use electric tape. Always use some kind of heat shrink. All right, so I added some extensions in here and I used all the pre-soldered connections. So I'm feeling a lot better about this now. So I'm just gonna tape all these together and I think we're good here. These are all pretty solid. All right, and that's what it's gonna look like finished up. It's wrapped up with the fabric tape here. I have both a new hood latch release and the speedometer cable, but I'm gonna have to lift the car up to install those. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jack it up and put it on these ramps again because I want to back her out later today when everybody's awake, warm her up again and just test that theory I had about the cooling fans kicking on at 130 degrees. So let's do that now. Here's where we ended up with this. This is the new speedometer cable. This side connects to the dashboard and that side connects to the back of this. Just plugs right in. So we could plop this into the transmission. I do want to just check with the calculator to make sure I got the right gear here. There's no way this is going to reach from here to right where that shifter is. This isn't nearly long enough. I'm gonna have to possibly run this inside of the car. I'm not sure if it's even possible, but I will try it. All set up now. Let's see if we can see. Kind of a sharp twist here. Maybe we can pull this out a little bit just to change the angle on that. Whatever. It is what it is. It looks like I have the right gear selected in there. It was a huge pain in the ass just to get that clip on there. I have no idea. Cool. So let's try to hook up the inside and we'll see what happens. All right. I have this kind of coming up this way to where the speedometer is. It's over here-ish. So we should be good, hopefully. Next step, I want to clean this up really quick so I can pull this back, make a little more room here. And then there's this 12 volt that I added for the reverse lockout. I want to put a fuse on that, like a 5 amp fuse or something. It is technically on a fuse here, but this fuse might be too high for it. Let's do that first. Somehow that went easier than expected, but now this wire is coming up through here and around here. So I think we're good there. There's a little bit more play in this. It's not as tight, and we should be good. Ouch. Ooh. Yikes, look at that. Alright, I gotta get that out of my finger. Alright, next step is I just want to kind of get this through the firewall, and I guess it might have to come across here, to the front. I'm not sure. Whoa. We'll see. Alright, I've hooked up the hood latch. I just need to install the grommet up in there and get this out of the way of the clutch pedal. But otherwise, that is probably okay where it is. Yeah, and then I'll put the grommet in, and then we'll move on to next step. I got that bracket installed over here. If you remember that thing, totally forgot about that, but I cleaned it up, painted it. I even painted these bolts. I don't know why I bothered, but probably gonna try to vacuum in here before I drive it, but I do also want to hook up the dashboard again, and I just have to put the fuse on here. I've mostly cleaned up in here. I'm gonna hook up that Craftsman vacuum I just bought, and then I'll finish this up before I go take a break for lunch. But check out that OBD HUD thing. So that'll tell me what my engine coolant temperature is going to be from the PCM. So I will know when it thinks it's kicking it on versus what it's kicking it on for the dashboard. I didn't hook up the speedometer cable because I don't want to do that multiple times. It's bad enough trying to get this thing installed. We're in a good spot here. Like I said, I'm gonna finish vacuuming this out, and then we will, then I'm gonna take a break for lunch. If there is, I'm just going to pull it back in. We also want to make sure that the fan actually brings the temperature down. 47, and that's starting to show 130. 158. We're showing 130 down there. This is about when we saw it kick on the last time, 170 I think. Alright, I don't know if this is legitimate or not, but I did see the oil pressure dropped to like nothing. So I'm going to check that out. Alright, so the oil pressure, I think it was just the connection thing that I have on there is just really loose. The engine coolant temperature is 183. I'm staying right about there, but the fan is on full speed. Might be a bubble in it, in which case I don't want to drive this right now. Okay. All right, so I looked up all the numbers, and it seems like it's going to be 190 to 210 for a Coyote for its normal heat range. I'm going to just try to get that thermostat to open up on its own, and yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm going to run it for a bit with this off. We're going to wait for it to burp, which means the thermostat will have opened. Expecting a pretty large snowstorm tonight. All right, here we go with the cold start. think I ran over my new camera, which sucks. The screen on the back is cracked already. It's brand new. I've used this thing twice. Yeah, so it never overheated. It stayed at about 190, between 185 and 190, which is perfect. If it wasn't really crappy out, I would drive it around a little bit, but I think we might need to wait for some better weather and the exhaust maybe. I guess I'll just leave this one here. So I did buy some 93 here. I could put that in later though. I gotta get ready for the snowstorm. Yes, I guess this was a quick episode today. Yeah, so next video I guess will be just, we'll do the exhaust in the next video. It might just be nicer to, yeah, this is still freezing cold. How about this side? A little warm. Oh, yeah, it's hot over here. I don't know why that didn't open the thermostat, though. It's got to be an air bubble in here. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace. And speaking of the devil, that's the Flowmaster catback and some tubes that I need to build the X-Pipe. I got some more stuff upstairs I'll bring down, but yeah, we'll do an exhaust next.